Mortal Kombat characters you never heard of. The video title says it all. From the games to comic books and even TV shows. Today I'm showing you the most unknown Mortal Kombat characters ever, along with some honorable mentions. Want a fast example? This character on screen is not Sonya. Yup, there's your hook. And if you think smoke is cool, then get ready for vapor. Also, did you know Raiden has 2 secretaries? Yeah, me either until making this video, but they're going in the thumbnail, that's for sure. Forget this Grandmaster, he's lame. I prefer the original who can transform into animals. No, seriously, why has this guy never been in the games? If anyone watching happens to know any other secret Mortal Kombat characters, make sure to tell me in the comments section. Or just leave a comment because you feel like it. Comments do help my channel out a ton. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below, and if we get 2,000 likes, I'll create my own Mortal Kombat character because I love drawing. For anyone watching who's new to this channel, I'm trying to reach 500,000 subscribers before 2026, and I think we can do it. If you like what you see, smash that red button. Alright everyone, without further ado, let's begin. Here we go, Mortal Kombat characters you've never heard of. First up is Aynos, who looks like Sonya, but no, she's not. In fact, she's not even a clone of Sonya, which would make sense, right? You have Katana and then Melina, who's her lookalike. The Mortal Kombat series is known for clone characters here and there, but this character is not a clone of Sonya. She just happens to look identical and also dress the same. In fact, she's from Outworld and also the queen of a tribe or something like that. Never before has she met Sonya, and actually she meets Johnny Cage first. By the way, did you notice anything interesting about her name? I bet my more astute viewers did. Yeah, it's Sonya backwards, which once again is one massive coincidence. All jokes aside though, I would love if this character appeared in a future game. Not as a separate character, but an alternate skin for Sonya Blade to wear, and then later in story mode, you do fight her in that costume, because she looks just like Sonya Blade, so theoretically she could be 2 different characters in the story. In fact, I would rip this costume straight from the 1995 movie, give this outfit to Aynos, and have her appear in story mode, possibly fighting Sonya Blade. Or better yet, have her pretend to be Sonya Blade, and don't tell the player until way later on. Just trick everybody. That would be amazing. Yeah, I want Aynos to come back. It's a stupid idea and a terrible concept, but still, I want it in the next game. Next up, we have Wu Lei, leader of the Tangu clan. That's right, not the Lin Kuei or the Shirai Ryu. This is the Tangu clan. How many of you watching even know about the Tangu clan? I think they only appear in a couple of games, which is wild, but yeah, Wu Lei is the leader of the Tangu clan and confronts Taven in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. He assumes Taven is up to no good, there's some fighting, and then that's it. Yeah, pretty much nothing else. But even so, a third ninja faction is cool. I want the new era of Mortal Kombat to make the Tangu clan a major player, right? Have them appear way more often and give them some story moments, have them do some stuff. Because while I do love the Shirai Ryu and the Lin Kuei ninja clans, I wish there was a third one, for sure. So yeah, NetherRealm, make Wu Lei a playable character in the next game and also have the Tangu clan actually do stuff. Real quick, Gamer Subs cans are back. That's right, so don't miss out. My link gives you a discount and every purchase supports my channel. So you get a tasty drink and also help me out. But guess what? Gamer Subs also has tons of cool merch. I really like some of their new shirts and hoodies. Plus they have amazing cups lately too. Look at how the art wraps all the way around the cup. It's so cool. Yeah, Gamer Subs has been killing it lately. They have tons of cool stuff to buy. So check them out with my link down below and get a discount. Next up, let's talk about Vapor. And this character might be the most interesting for me personally. She flies around, has cool armor, and also an interesting backstory while looking suspiciously similar to Sonya. Which does kind of bother me, not gonna lie. Why is it the exact same shade of green? What is going on with these comic books? Even the hairstyle is similar. Oh my god, I digress. This character is actually interesting. She basically becomes untouchable, and according to the comic itself, these bullets are passing between her molecules. So that's why her codename is Vapor. Things just pass right through her. And this might also be why she can fly, but the comic never fully explains anything about that. Vapor's origin is also pretty interesting. She was once a scientist for the Special Forces, alongside Jax and Sonya Blade. And while trying to make an invisibility device, the experiment went wrong and gave her the power to become untouchable instead. Which sounds really cool at first, however this incident also very likely damaged Vapor's face, which is why she wears the cool metal helmet. According to the comic, nobody remembers what she looks like and people assume her face is messed up from the accident. So on the one hand, she can fly and become untouchable, literal superpowers, but on the other hand, she's ugly now, so it's a real catch-22. But regardless, I want Vapor in a future future game. Make her look a little bit less like Sonya, but still, put her in the next game. This character is cool and very interesting. Also, we need more Special Forces characters, let's be real. Next up, let's talk about Oniro, the original Grandmaster from the Mortal Kombat cartoon show. Unlike the lame version in Mythology Sub-Zero, this Lin Kuei leader actually does stuff and can fight really well, which definitely makes sense because he leads a clan of assassins, right? You would expect a guy like that to know how to fight, but get this, he can also shapeshift into animals or even just certain parts of his body. So for example, turning his hands into panther claws, he can do that. Or he can just change into a bird and then fly away. This guy has really cool magical abilities that actually nobody else in the Mortal Kombat series does, now that I think about it. Like seriously, is there any other Mortal Kombat character who turns into animals and has their abilities and stuff? I'm honestly not sure, but either way, this character is interesting and a way better leader of the Lin Kuei than this lame loser who does nothing and occasionally dies in the movies and stuff. Yes, I understand the leader of something is not always the most powerful, sometimes he's just the smartest or inherits that role via lineage, but also I don't care. Oniro is way more interesting. This guy should be in the next game, for sure. Make him a playable character. However, next up, let's talk about NPCs, because Omegas would be perfect for that. I don't think she'd be a good playable character. Instead, this is Shang Tsung's wife. Yeah, wrap your head around that for a second. Apparently, Shang Tsung has a wife in this show, which is already interesting, but on top of that, Omegas is immortal. Yeah, she never ages. And apparently that's Shang Tsung's fault. He wanted a wife who would never grow old and lose her beauty. And before anyone watching thinks that's good, no, immortality actually sucks. You have to watch your friends and family die of old age, and then you get new friends and watch them die of old age. It's a vicious cycle. Immortality actually sucks, which is why Omegas actually hates Shang Tsung in the show, and I think she'd be a great NPC in a future Mortal Kombat game. Also, on a quick side note, I think her costumes are really good. Like, no, seriously, I feel like most shows and movies don't do the Mortal Kombat outfits justice, but Omegas' wardrobe feels like it's straight out of the video games, and I like that. And speaking of interesting outfits, next up, let's talk about Wind and Rain. Their names are not spelled how you think, by the way, but it's a clear reference to Raiden's powers. He's the thunder god, right? The god of thunder. And during thunders, you have wind and rain, so that's why his secretaries have this name. Although I shouldn't call them secretaries, they're the guardians and servants of the House of Thunder, to quote them directly. Which definitely is similar to secretaries, but I imagine they can fight because they're literal guardians for Raiden. They protect his home. However, we never see them fight in the comics, and actually, I'm not sure if they even have powers. Maybe they're good at martial arts and that's it, because we never see them do any sort of fighting. Instead, they just bring stuff to Raiden when he needs it, like a healing tea or something, for example. I feel like these two characters would also be great NPCs, or possibly one complete character, but you switch between the two sisters. That would be cool. Actually, they might not be sisters. I'm just assuming that because same hair color, same height, and they're always next to each other. So I'm assuming they're sisters, but they might not be. Regardless, I think they'd be a cool addition to a future Mortal Kombat game, either as fully playable characters or simply NPCs that you meet in story mode, or possibly Conquest, because everyone wants Conquest mode to come back, NetherRealm. Make it happen. Now finally, for an honorable mention, let's talk about Hornbuckle, who's basically a glorified background character that was named by the fans. The developers never call him Hornbuckle at all because he's not meant to be named. He's a background character who's clearly Liu Kang but wearing green. Regardless, the fans gave him a name. And it's not random. Smoke and Jade would both appear saying Hornbuckle who as a hint. And as a result, many players assumed that was the name of this background character, but no, it's actually the name of a developer on the game instead, and not this green background character. As mentioned earlier, he's just Liu Kang's sprite wearing green because that saves money. Why make a whole new character for the background when you can just reuse an existing one? Alright everyone, there you have it, the most unknown characters in Mortal Kombat history that I could find, from the games, the TV shows, and even the comic books. Obviously there's many more characters you likely never heard of, but for this video I wanted to include the interesting characters that would actually be fun in a future game, which is why characters like Zero didn't get mentioned until just now. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. I'm trying to reach 500,000 subscribers before 2026, and I think we can do it. So make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.